Okay. I'm doing this web show. This is my first show. And me and my co-writer, um, my name's Sean Saunders, aka Twilight Zone. And it's my first show, like I said. And the first show will be about subjects to talk about with your girlfriend. And the first thing is, if you have to ask, and you probably don't know each other well enough to even be in a relationship. Honestly, if you don't know each other, you probably won't have a girlfriend to ask in a couple of weeks. So, topics, if you're just starting out in a relationship, these aren't if you're married, but I got it from a married guy, my co-writer. He's married, and me and him came up with these ideas. He doesn't want to be named right now, so how many kids do you have? That was how many kids do you want to have? Excuse me. How many kids do you want to have? And guys, what you're thinking is probably zero for you. You know, right now it's zero for me. I don't want to have kids. But if you want her to be, but what you're really gonna say is, but if you want to be her hero, how many kids do you want? You're gonna ask her how many kids do you want if you want to be her hero, instead of the zero answer. Not well right now. Second question, she's probably gonna ask you, or you're probably gonna ask her, what made you fall in love with me? Guys, what you're thinking is probably your meat curtain and fat ass. That's true for all guys, you know. Meat curtain and fat ass, that's classic. But what you're really gonna say is her inside beauty and intelligence. Yeah. Most of the time it's just her beauty in the outside, not the inside. Well, unless you're in their meat curtains. Describe me in 3 words. That's not really a question. It's more like a demanding statement. And guys, what you're thinking is probably sex, you're bitching, and how much is this going to cost me this time? Well, what you're really going to say is unselfish, considerate, and loving. Ain't that a joke? On to the 4th question. What is your first impression of me? Guys, what you're gonna say is, we're gonna get laid because you're drunk. What you're really gonna say is, because you're the most beautiful girl that I've ever seen. Used that line before, and it's just game, you know. 5th question, what's your idea of a romantic date? Guys, this is a classic. Mickey D's gas station for the condoms, and back to the house for some nookie. What you're really going to say is long walks on the beach, sprinkle rose petals around the house, a candlelit dinner, I cook myself, a chick flick, and making passionate love to the only female that I love, and that is her. Which is not really her. Because I don't love just one female. I don't love anyone anymore except for my family, and I'm not in love with them. That'd be kind of weird. And then test is the best, right? Put your cousin to the test. Never. I'm not in Wyoming or Alabama or Arkansas or Mississippi or any of the southern states besides Florida and some parts of Georgia. What is the wildest thing you've ever done? Guys, the 3-way with her best friend and her sister. What you're really going to say is, you got drunk and ran around naked. How would you define happiness? That's the 7th question. Guys, having a girl that wouldn't care if I was sleeping with anyone else as long as I was coming home to her. What you're really going to say is, you and only you. How would you like to spend your vacations? Well, during the holidays, not at her parents' house, and just a vacation for me, and her is not going to be one. I'll go on cruise and fuck bitches, and she can go to her parents' house, or you can go to Vegas and get some strippers and cocaine. But I don't do cocaine no more, so if anyone's a cop and watches this, don't come to my house and be like, you're doing cocaine. No, I don't do cocaine. I watch kids, and they're enough cocaine for me. But what you're really going to say is a beach at sunset with you in Hawaii, probably, or Cancun, or wherever. What's your biggest inspiration? Guys, you have Nora Pimp. What you're really going to say is her father. Oh, and number 10, what are the things that you would want to do alone? Masturbate to some good porn. Most girls don't like that. Most prissy, selfish, unconsiderate girls don't like you watching porn. But what you're really going to say is clean the house while you're away at the spa I paid for. Like, that's ever going to happen. What was your biggest regret? Getting with your ass or having sex with that prostitute, or having sex with your mom or not having sex with your mom when I had the chance? What you're really going to say is not living my dream when I had the chance. Where do you see yourself 5 years down the line? That's question 12. Screwing every female in her family. What you're really going to say is happily married to her with 2 kids in a house that we own. Ain't that the dream life? That's an American dream. Oh, question 13. If you could pick one thing to improve about yourself, what would it be? Your girlfriend. What you're really going to say is how to find out how to love her more. Question 14. What, according to you, is the root cause of every problem in a relationship? Bitches not putting out when you need them to. What you're really going to say is there's no problem between us, and that the only relationship that matters is ours. What is your definition of love? Getting your dick sucked when it's been in some other hot host pussy. What you're really gonna say is that person you can't live without. Question 15. That was question 15. Question 16. Any specific traits you would like to see in your life partner? Bigger tits. What you're really gonna say is honesty. How would you define your ideal job? This is question 17. It's the last question. Guys, there are only 2 kinds of jobs, blow and hand. What you're really going to say is that is going to support you and our future that we are going to have, but only when you're ready. And the conclusion to this is lie to the bitch, make her feel wanted, and after about 2 or 3 years in the relationship, you can beat her because she's not going nowhere, and cheating is exceptional. Now, the thing about this is, I don't believe in any of this, but it was just a comedy skit. It was hilarious, I know, some of it. But next week, I'm probably gonna do, I don't know, comment down on the status, let me know what you want to see, questions. I'll answer every question that I can possibly get to within a week's span. I'm here in this lovely house, so just let me know. Alright, have a good week.